Hello and welcome to another episode of Mr. Boskin Does Some Math. Today we are doing the Illustrative Math Grade 8, Unit 1, Lesson 8. Okay, the first question says, for the figure shown here, rotate segment CD 180 degrees around point D. So if we rotate that segment CD around point D, I'll even do these in different colors, around point D, it's going to look like that. Now it says to rotate it around point E. This would be easiest to do with a piece of tracing paper, I think. But if that's blue, if we rotate that 180 degrees around point E, you should be getting something that looks kind of like that. Rotate CD 180 degrees around point M. M is the midpoint of CD. If we rotate it 180 degrees around this, it's going to be right back where it started. Just D prime is here and C prime is here. Here is an isosceles right triangle. Draw these three rotations of triangle ABC together. Rotate triangle ABC 90 degrees clockwise around point A. So 90 degrees clockwise. So here's our original figure. And if we are rotating that 90 degrees clockwise around point A, which means the center of rotation would be there, that's what we're going to get. Rotate triangle ABC 180 degrees around point A. Let me trace this again. We'll do that one in blue. So this time we're rotating it 90, 180, 180 degrees around point A. Okay, now we're rotating it 270 degrees clockwise. So 90, 180, 270 clockwise around point A. Okay. Each graph shows two polygons, A, B, C, D, and A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. In each case, describe a sequence of transformations that takes A, B, C, D to A, B, C, D prime. So what would we have to do to get from here to here? There are multiple choices of things we could do here. But the first thing I notice is this looks flipped. So let's just reflect it. What do we want to use as our line of reflection? We could use this line, and then our new figure would be here. We could use the y-axis, and then our new figure will be here. Let's do that. If we reflect that across the y-axis, 4 units, 4 units. That gives us a very similar figure, Now we just need to translate it down. So we could translate it down 1 unit. So to take this and put it to the image, we reflect over the y-axis. Then we translated 1 unit down. Perfect. Okay, what is next? Now we have to take ABCD and transform it to A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. So this looks like the first thing we need to do is a rotation. Let me trace our original figure. Now if I rotate that 90 degrees, I think that roughly matches. Where do we want our center of rotation to be? We could have our center of rotation be point B. We could have had it be point C. We can put it in different places. But let's try and see what this would be if we rotated it around the origin. Because the origin is a spot we're going to be using for rotations more. Now rotating that around the origin would put it here. Next, what would we have to do? Well, it just has to go straight that way. That's 1, 2, 3 units. So how did we get our original figure to the image? We rotated 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. Rotated around 0, 0, and then we translated it right 3 units. Okay, what's next? Lynn says that she can map polygon A to polygon B using only reflections. Do you agree with Lynn or not? So, if we were to reflect this and get it there, how would we do that? Well, my first thought is let's try reflecting A to B using a nice easy line like this one right here. Well, if I reflect that down, this point doesn't move and this point doesn't move, which is nice. This is 1 unit above, so it will go 1 unit below the line of reflection. And then this point here is 3 units above, so 1, 2, 3 units below the line of reflection. And that gives us our figure. So that was one reflection. Can we now reflect it and get this onto here? Well, I think we can. What would our line of reflection have to be? It would have to be this line. So this point here wouldn't move. This point is 1 unit away, so it would go 1 unit away to there. 1 unit away from the line of reflection would go to 1 unit away from the line of reflection. And 3 units away from the line of reflection would go to 3 units away from the line of reflection. So using those 2 reflections, we took figure A and put it exactly on figure B. Okay, that was the last one. This has been another episode of Mr. Boskin Does Some Math. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you next time.